On this channel, we talk about how sorry can affect a young girl's confidence, competence, and authority as she grows up into womanhood. And we basically encourage that you shouldn't say sorry just for existing or say sorry for no reason. But as you can imagine, that creates some amount of confusion, and the haters do sometimes come for us in the comments. So tonight, I thought it'd be fun to talk about some situations where maybe you'd want to say sorry that aren't the obvious one. So, first of all, the obvious one is if you hurt or offend someone, of course, you should apologize. NoSorry.org is not about never apologizing. We're talking about not apologizing for existing, holding your own space, or having your own ideas. But other situations where you might want to say sorry, where it doesn't necessarily continue to contribute to this epidemic of subservience, is a couple of ideas that I thought of. The first one is where you don't hear somebody or there's some confusion going on. You might say something like, sorry, what'd you say? I don't like that one very much because it also implies that you did something wrong, but it's social lubricant and it gets the conversation back on the rails, right? Another situation where you might say sorry without demeaning yourself is in situations of empathy, especially deep empathy like grief. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's of course it's okay to say sorry in those situations. And then the third that came to mind for me today was certain customer service contexts. If you run a bakery and you sell out your last delicious maple glazed cronut, and somebody walks up and says, "Can I have a delicious maple glazed cronut, please?" And you look at them in the eyes and you say, "Sorry, we're all out." That totally is okay because that would be a minor tragedy in and of itself. So other than that, no sorry.